Oh, yeah. Look, we only had to pull on the lawnmower a few times to get today's stream going. And we want to say thank you to our friend Barry the Music Man, who sent us a director's chair with the words on set. Boy, were we. Green Machine, alive and well, see Crazy White Boy, Corporeal Being, Ms. Pit Cafe, The Beautiful Deeple, and of course, Cat Slave. Looks like Ms. Pit Cafe and Dr. Jill are over there. And we've got some stuff to talk about today, guys. There's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of stories. Looks like the war is over. Gollum, welcome to Monday. I'm sorry, it's not a good one. We've got a gifty already early in the morning. Culture's Sugar Daddy gifting 10 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Much appreciated. That's right. Tony Piacente. Love it. Love it. Oh, man. It's going to be one of those wonderfully great days, folks. I'm telling you. Randall Orser is here. We got Caledon 910, everybody's favorite radio station. We got a lot of people out there. Putin's out there. We got our favorite Polar Bar, Snortopoopas Q Burr. It's going to be a good day. Lady Gamester, hello. Good morning, chatters. That's right. Good morning. Bill Blum, how you doing? Looks like you guys are having fun. Hi, everybody. I'm Culture Casino. Longest Parsec, what's going on? Look at these folks. Everybody here got early. Everybody here was here early. Really amazing. Blake Pace in the house. If I put various devices on different platforms for the live stream, will it help Culture? I don't know. Probably. A lot of people are, dual streaming. Happy Monday. Flying blind on a rocket cycle. We do our best around here. Thank you for the $2 super duper chat. The Beautiful Deeple, who's been here for 8 months, says, on vacation. I'll be at Origins Game Fair. Excuse me, nerd. I will have fun. Jan Monroe, I hope you are having a great day today. I hope to get internet this week. I've been working on it. I don't know what happened with the start, guys. I tried to hit the start button like 2 minutes before you guys even got to see me. I don't know what's going on. Not enough coffee. I think Captain Fandom Nerd is out in the chat. That would be amazing. Haven't seen him in a minute. There he is. Our good friend, Captain Fandom Nerd, who's been here as long as anybody else. 56 months of membership. Good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. Thank you for your long-time support. I love it. Man, we got 6 minutes. We got Midnight's Edge in the morning. We've got the pro show. We got lots of things to talk about. I did a second video for today, releasing later. I got to work on a couple videos for tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day. It's been a beautiful day so far. It's going to be a hot one, though. Georgia Peach, hello there. And hello to the Beagle Dad. Look at this. Everybody's out there. Star Wars Nikki, Mags London, Carl Singh. What's going on? Look at the beautiful people. Davina Duckworth is out there. There's the very talented man himself, Andy Masterson. You guys know how talented he is, right? It's amazing. Rogue Thinka, with one of the coolest avatars on the planet, and one of your favorite rivet heads, Razorburn. Coming down to the 30-second mark, we got a Polymese Minion in us today. Good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. Man, you guys are doing good stuff out there. The lovely Sherry, hello, dear. She keeps changing up her pictures. She's all smiley. D-Bud Martin's out there, the moderator who's everywhere, along with Juliet, who's over across the pond. Juliet, good morning, dear. Or good afternoon in your case. JPRPH1 hanging out with us today, along with SFXF314 Sabertooth Raptor. Look at all these great people, like me and my monkey. Hello. Matt G. Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swifty. Look at this day. This is a good day. Larry, a name so nice, you say it twice, Larry, and the incomparable, unmatched Rob Altus. All right, folks, suit up. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow, get ready because 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in, but we got to start first with, it's been a long time since anybody said the Knicks were good. It's been my entire lifetime that they weren't champions. They were awful forever, no matter how hard the league tried to cheat to get them amazing talent like New York Knickerbockers center and many other things that happened during the course of the draft that year. Guess what? None of the cheating or anything else worked. It took Jalen Brunson to get them over the top. And congratulations to the Knicks who did it in just a few games. Not bad at all. Let's talk World Cup. The ratings are out, and they're doing great, especially here in the States. North America, the biggest rating so far was Mexico versus South Africa. And I'm going to tell you, that's the biggest in Spanish language history. The U.S. national team had a victory against the English. This is pretty wild. Victory records English language World Cup. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I'm sorry, not the English exactly, just the English language. Sorry, my friends in the UK. Faceless creators are taking a hit, folks. This is something we told you was coming. They do not like faceless channels and AI slop, and those are getting rejected roundly. What does that mean for the future of these creators? These people who do put a lot of work into what they do. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day, the worst movie that I've seen this year, beams up 44 million U.S. opening and 93 million worldwide. I did a box office video earlier today. You might want to, check it out for my opinions and for the other numbers around the box office, but it was a muted weekend. Obsession beats out Get Out and is becoming the number one horror ever at this point, I think. Look, I'm just going to say this. This is not a good movie. The fact that it was number one in the box office was never in doubt. But to be fair, at 44 million domestic, why are we slobbering all over it? There's no need. That's not a very big number. Consider what Blandalorian and Grey Goose did. Masters of the Universe suffered a 71% drop, but there was actually a bigger drop this weekend than that. And the only one they focused on was to embarrass Masters of the Universe. These people hate you. They hate genre, and they hate pretty much anything science fantasy, science fiction, whatever. They suck in general. Disclosure Day doesn't defy gravity. They had very low projections coming from their own studios, but everybody else expected this film to do 50 million or more domestic to justify how much they spent on it, which means it's going to lose money. Now, the Justice Department has cleared the Paramount Warner Brothers deal because it's not likely to result in harm to competition or Americans' consumers. And you know what? I have to agree. If anything, it's going to give us more films every year. Tyra Banks, though, looks like she may have suffered some harm. She's suing Netflix for defamation, alleging surgical manipulation of her reality check inside America's Next Top Model interview, which I imagine is probably much done like, anything coming out of the BBC. Now, the most watched things in 2025-2026, including sports, were sports, not streaming. I know that's hard to believe, and this is why keeping sports available on broadcast television for free is the right path forward. Whether or not this gets held up, I don't know, but they're threatening the antitrust exemption for the NFL at least. Matt Damon's looking to come back to the Bourne franchise if somebody can write a good one. He's always looking for another try to get another one, and we'll see if that actually happens. I think Damon's reputation might get hurt by the Odyssey. What do you guys think? We've got Lilo and Stitch 2, Chris Saunders out there getting ready to direct the live-action sequel. He's also pretty excited for the film, as am I. We've got, Little House on the Prairie finally making its return or revival in the near future. You can watch the trailer right now from Netflix, available on the tube. You also got the world wanting more high-protein products. The problem is there's not enough whey to go around, but there is other forms of protein. Why do we never talk about the fact that there are high-protein usually carbohydrate pairs in things like wheat, ancient wheat, like kamut wheat or something like that? Why is there no conversation around that? You don't need whey protein, although you can get it. It's not that hard to even make yourself. I don't know what the problem is here or why this is a story at all. The fallout from the Iran war, according to the World Bank, is making them cut their global economic growth forecast, which was made up of hopes and dreams anyway. But I'm not sure that's really the reason they're having to do this. It's because Europe is folding like a cheap card table. You got Anthropic saying it has taken its latest AI models offline to comply with new export controls, in particular the U.S. government controls, which are now identifying it as a grave threat to national security. Well, I'm going to say a lot of these AIs will eventually get to that point, so Anthropic won't be alone. And we're starting to actually call out the invasion of foreign devices in the United States as the security risks that they are. It's about time. Oh, hey, you remember last week I was talking about Nara Organics recalling baby formulas sold at Target after a multi-state infant botulism outbreak? Yeah, that was a legitimate recall I tried to warn everybody about way before this story got out. Why? Why can't news people actually get, the news right or on time? And finally, our bear story of the day is just a bear roaming around a Columbia gym. Experts say the recent flooding relocated the animals, and it's not just because they're hungry. Okay, I don't know if I believe that, but whatever. And that's it for the 6-minute daily. I almost call it the Dory. I don't know my brain's fried. I need to go back to bed. Oh, man, that was fast. Hope you guys got it all. That's 17 stories in 6 minutes. You get this every single weekday here on this channel as the daily live stream. We've got other live streams coming up later, including Midnight's Edge in the morning and, of course, That Park Place. Can't wait to hang out with Pro. I love the stories. The show on Mondays is always fun. We got a lot this week. There's a lot to talk about. We are about a week and a half separated from Supergirl. Super Drunk Girl. We'll see how that goes. By the way, they cut back the runtime on that film. It's got a short runtime now. They cut out a lot of ancillary garbage, I imagine. Let's see what you guys have to say. Going over to the chat. Einkorn wheat flour has protein and is easier to digest. Very true. And so is kamut. Which comes from a very ancient grain. It's about double the size. The wheat berries are about double the size. They have a nuttier texture. We talked about this on a channel I was on this week. Oh, I'm going to be appearing over on Floral's channel before the nighttime show over on Pro's channel, hanging out with some people because it looks like some of the Puppet Gang won't be there. So I'll be there. KB Hug says, did anyone let Pro know about his error conclusion on why the Acolyte was canceled? A lot of head scratching by the end of that video. I don't know. I honestly haven't seen it, so I'll take a look. Phoenix Picasso, good morning to you. Look at all these great people out there. Fat Elvis is out there. I know he already smashed the thumb. Have you? Did you hit the thumbs up button? Did you hit the like? Did you reshare this anywhere? Share the stream, share the dream. Make Culture Casino a household name. The only place where you can win when it comes to pop culture. And, of course, the bear story brought to you by Snortopoopas Q Burr and Georgia Peach today, looks like. Ms. Pickcoffee says, whatever. Texas 84 in the house. Good to see you, friend. Hope you're doing well. Look at these amazing people. Culture, it's Monday. That's why. Oh, okay. It is Monday. I don't like Mondays. I don't like Mondays. But I like Penny. Good morning to you, dear. Hope you're doing well. Larry AI is coming. Really? Larry? A name so nice you say it twice. Larry. The AI is coming. That'll be fun. John, what's up, John? John goes, Bears. Yeah. By the way, the Chicago Bears relocation to Indiana was inevitable. Hammond is a great place, unlike Gary. Yeah. There's a nice lake in the area, too. There's a lot of great stuff in that area. Just going to say. But I'm going to Tennessee. Not Memphis, though. Walter Tomaszewski, how you doing? Hope it's going well. There's the lovely Juliet. Yeah. Way shortage. Way. How way? Way. Woohoo. It's definitely a 2 coffee day today. Yeah, I am loaded up today for Bear. Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing fantastic. Ancillary, not insuline. Ancillary? FFmpeg was introduced around 2000 and is the oldest, is from 2003, and it's still used widely today as the video encoder codec for almost everything now. Who else is out there? We got great people out there. Canoles, hey, what's up? Good afternoon, all. Brian Parker. Brian's here. Wait, I highlighted that. Don't do that. What's up, Brian? Saying, my poor WB stock and DC comic collection values fear the Supergirl movie. My friend, it looks like catastrophe in the making. I can't fix it. That's the problem. It's like the video I got coming out later today is in pair with a story release coming out of Cosmic Book News, where they kind of document the history of Hollywood and the fact that they blame you specifically, Brian, and many others, for the downfall of their products. It's why, we're going to have a massive fall off for Disclosure Day, why we have a massive underperformance from the girl power elements and boy brands. It's not their fault. They don't look at what they're producing and say, they look at it like you are obligated because we bought this IP to support it. No, that is not how any of this works. That's not how the Force works. Wait, Floral Show Tuesday? No, I think I'm on the show today. I love this. Blake Bay says Supergirl runtime for me will be 0. Not. Yet. No. Anybody got another one? D-Buds out there. Look at all these great people. We are blessed. You're going to have to self-redirect today because, I couldn't find anybody's link. Normally, I would redirect you myself, but can't do it. WJB Daily in the house. Good morning, CC and Culturians. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here this morning. For those of you who are new, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. All 218 of you so far in the last 30 days. Normally, we'd have over 1,000. I do not know what is going on right now. I know we've been muted. You guys have been fighting that. We had over 8,000 views on my Disclosure Day review. Congratulations to all of you for sharing that out there, for retweeting it, for whatever we call that now. Re-Xing it. Time for me to exit. Terminator exit. That's right. You guys are the reason. Bill Blom says everything up there is better than Gary. There you go. Hammond's great. The nice suburb, nice strip malls, nice actual mall. Man, back in the day when they were just building out that entire area as a suburb, way back in the day when I was doing IT and stuff like that, I was there. I was there for a job. Stitch the Elder says 17 months of membership. Thank you. Howdy, Culture Mods and chat. Hope all are or is well. Yes, it is. It's wonderful. Thank you, Stitch the Elder, for being here. Amazing. Amazing. Neat. Love it. Oh, my goodness. You guys been out there a while. Hammond, Indiana. It was a dump back in the early 80s. It built out a nice suburb, if I remember properly. Memphis sucks so bad, even Elvis left. No, I just went back home. Back to space, according to Men in Black. Oh, Walter. Okay, Walter had something to say in the chat. Hang on, I gotta find it. Walter's a bright guy. Where are we at? WJB Daily accepts full blame for the failure of woke Hollywood. Hey, I'll take it too. Except for one thing, that playbook's hard and not true. And guess what? We've got a video from my channel coming out about that later today. So make sure you hit that bell on icon and make sure that all notifications are turned on. Oh, actually, I guess it's down there. It just depends on what you're watching on, I think. So phone, tablet, computer, whatever. Putin says, I'm used to self-redirecting. Well, I understand that. I do. Look at you great people out there this morning. Debut 5427 says, morning. Indeed. It's a glorious morning. Curds and whey. The curds part makes the cheese. That's right. Separating the protein from the other thing. And when you make bread, you separate the wheat from the chaff. Take those wheat berries, separate them, then you break them down. Milling's not an easy process, but well worth it. You get the highest quality flour to make your things with, and usually less damaging to you. Not enriched with any weird stuff that you don't need. Entertainment as a whole business, like the human narcissist, as a whole behaves like a human narcissist. Okay, I agree with that. Lucius Nature Triste. Thank you for the $5 super duper chat. They abuse those around them and never take responsibility for it and blame the victim. Indeed, this is brilliant and well written. Thank you, and thank you for letting me say Latin things with your name. I like that. Jeff Helm says they expect to retain the old fans of the IP while doing things to bring in new fans who aren't interested, while simultaneously insulting the old fans. Yeah, I know. Look, Gunn is one of the worst. Sorry. Hey, the lovely Mags London in the house. Good to see you. If I want to see drunk, messy woman with trauma, I could just go to a pub with my millennial friends. You know what, Mags? Yes. I love that the UK, you guys in the UK, thank you for being here. It takes extra effort on your parts to do so. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Holy cow. Blast from the past. It's Zach's. Zach's has a great channel. It's a lot of fun. I haven't been able to hang out with him in forever. I don't get invites anymore. I am in 1 billion chat groups on X, and okay, maybe not 1 billion, but a lot. That's hyperbole. But I don't know. I may have shaken out of some of them. We'll see. Here we go. This is what Walter was talking about. I was talking about in chat about why streaming is inimical, hostile towards storytelling. Human psychology needs stories and time to process them and not get deluged. That's true. In content. You know, that's true. It's the water cooler conversation where we download what we think and what it means to us. Intercommunication is absent. We don't really have real interaction anymore. I think that's that leads to a breakdown of society because we don't have a shared culture. All of these things are intertwined, I would say. And that's an excellent point. So well done. Back in the 30s, Gary was amazing. Thank you. He's still amazing. Gary has a catchy song. Amaze balls. Amaze, amaze, amaze. I'm going to just tell you. That movie. So good. Project Hail Mary. That's what new sci-fi should be, kids. More coffee. Hey, DJ Ronnie G, what's up? Word. Yeah, Gary, Indiana had a full streetcar system, all paid for by U.S. Steel. Tons of company housing. That's true. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary. Yep. I don't know what happened. It became the murder capital of the world for a while, and then Chicago decided, hey, hold my beer. Thank you. Thanks to you, my potatoes are doing great. Awesome, John. That's good to hear. Mine are insane. Did you guys? Okay, so in the most recent that garden place video, I just kind of did updates because I didn't have all the materials I needed to make the shade, which I've got to do for this week, which I'll film. But Um, right now, I'm shading my potatoes like with the stalks. That's how stalky and how big they are right now. The potatoes are going crazy. I'm mounding them up constantly. I'm looking for a pretty good yield this year. It looks really good for the second season, the second yield of the year. I'm not sure I'm going to get to the third yield until we get towards winter. I have a short season between the end of summer and true winter where, the fall is very tight and that might be just enough time, 120 days to get some good potatoes. We'll see. We'll see. You guys are on fire out there. Kurdistan is the cheese curd capital of the world. I don't know about that. I don't know. If people ate less steak, would it get more away? I don't. I hope not. I want people to eat actual meats. You're designed for it. The Grim Dark is designed for it. What's going on in theater? Yeah, Gary just went downhill. I do not know what happened. It was wild. Not looking forward to delivery at 1:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm so sorry, Apollomes. Climb into the sleeper and take a big old nap. A nice long nap. Growing mint. Not sure what you can do with it yet. Any ideas? Mint? There's a lot to do with mint. Teas, garnish. There's a lot of things. Mint is good for you. And a natural aromatic will add flavor to other plants growing around it. It's anything with a lot of aromatic um, emissions is great for pest control. The pests that hunt down your plants to chew on them, like let's say your brassicas and stuff like that, can be protected by an army of smelly things like lavender and basil and mint and whatever. It confuses them. Believe it or not, you can confuse bugs with plants. Again, when we get to the homestead build out, I'm going to show you guys how to build from the outside edges in because you have to establish your garden place, your estate, even with your edges. Those edges aren't just fences, they're not just hedgerows, they're not just trees. It's a combination of many things that you built from the outside in to isolate and protect your property from all kinds of predators, whether they be pests or animals. You start at the edges and you build inward. That's what you do. Define the barriers, the boundaries. You should do that in relationships too. It works better that way. The all notifications doesn't work at that garden place. Here I get notification, but it's the timing of when I get them. Yeah, sorry about that. I can't control that. Zax has been a supporter of my channel forever. I've been a supporter of Zax forever. 39 months of membership. I miss you, Culture. I miss you too. I miss you too. Every once in a while, I'll stealth in on a circle of jerks or whatever. So it's actually been a while, so I got to sneak in. Breathe in, breathe out. Stick with local files only for now. Oh yeah, for sure. The problem is a lot of repositories have been compromised recently on GitHub because, um, well, the people that acquired it didn't take care of it. And that's all I'll say about that. Looking forward to delivery. Oh man, yeah, I can't even imagine. Machine gun turrets. Well, it'll help you define the borders of your property for sure. Culver's cheese curds and Butterburger doubles. Yum. That's right. Um, we have a new bread roll recipe that I think we're going to try to convert also into a hamburger bun kind of a recipe or a hoagie roll kind of a recipe for homemade French dips. So, yeah. Lemon and mint in water with ice is very refreshing. Yeah. And you're getting some interesting combinations there of things that are very beneficial to your bod. Thank you for that, Grim Dark. I have both apple mint and ginger mint. The last one is about really ginger mint's 12 years old. Awesome. I was just looking up the handbrake encoder. We'll have to see how human verification codes those AI vulnerabilities in FFmpeg. I'm going to tell you something right now. Um, I use handbrake regularly. So the problem is a bunch of the distributions allow anyone to take care old maintenance. Hang on, was reading that. To take care of old maintenance, and that resulted in the brand A to be totally busted. Yep. Okay, so real quickly, Davina Duckworth, I think we're about to see Adobe have some major problems. There are two top jobs left for other prospects. Marvell, we talked about that, I think, on Friday, which is why I think Putin was shouting them out along with NVIDIA. NVIDIA is going to give you a laptop here, if they haven't already, delivering soon, laptops that basically are carrying a portable, individualized AI in them. That's a decent investment. Purple potatoes look like they are growing great, but I think I'm going to need to shape them. So I'm looking forward to the shade. Yeah, you got to shade them. Yeah, the shade video. I'm putting 85% shade screen over the top of that whole part of the yard. Number one, it's going to help control the birds, which are stealing my blackberries, and it's gonna help the comfrey, but it's also going to help the trellises on that side of the house because the cucumbers are going bananas. If you watch the video, they just keep grabbing for anything they can reach on the trellises. It's wild. So, yeah. Adobe Uncreative Cloud. Pay us so that we can use your stuff as AI training. Yeah, there's scumbags. I'm still here. I have company. All right, John. I'm glad you're here. Oh, here we go. The Spark already exists. They run for $4,000. Eesh. A little steep. That's like about the price of my highest end gaming laptop. That's spendy money. Editorial question, says Snakes and Funerals. Oh, wait, no, that's not Snakes and Funerals. That's KB Hugs for 5. Did you catch Pro's conclusion on why Acolyte was canceled? I was questioning if I was suffering a Mandela effect. Well, the Mandela effect has been proved with the Fruit of the Loom thing, where they both show that it has a cornucopia and it doesn't have a cornucopia. Of course, we've been able to unearth all that stuff, but I'm not sure. I have not seen. I did not catch Pro's conclusion or anything about that particular video. It's on my timeline. I can go watch it, but I wish I had an answer for you. I will, if I see him today, which I probably will, I'll ask him about it. So, yeah, they have to get the price down on that. They really do. There's Snakes. I thought that was Snakes. Snakes and Funerals. 22 months of membership. Thank you, friend. Good day to all. Good day to you, Snakes. It's good to see you. And thank you again, KB Hugs, for the $5 super chat. Culture Cash. Where are you going to find a KB toy store? Probably not appreciating that. What else is happening? You guys are happening. Years ago, I was on the verge of buying an old perpetual license for Premiere Pro at $600. It was out of stock everywhere, but frankly, DaVinci has served me better. You know what? DaVinci's good, and it's free. And if you want the paid version, you just pay for it. It's not even terribly expensive. And they're about to release a new version. So keep your eyes peeled. 128 gigabytes of shared memory. However, the chips they use has less CUDA cores than some GPUs. Yeah, but man, that thing is amazing. Yeah, bandwidth is the key, for sure. And that's why I have 128 gigs on board on the Beast here. So, Wild Manny Yavin. I choked on Yavin. How does that happen? Wild Manny Yavin in the house saying, hail to you all sexy party people. Well, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Oh. In fact, you know what? We haven't done this in a minute. Let's do a little celebration. We should do it. That's the second party people right there. Look at that bear. Yeah, who needs AI when I do stuff like that? Wee. I wish I could find a KB toy store. So do I. Or a Toys R Us or whatever. Yeah. RTX Spark is coming laptop. I'm looking forward to it. 4K though. Oof, steepy. That's 1/3 of a tractor. That's what I got my eyes on now. Knoll's nowhere. KB stores are unfortunately gone. I thought someone like Target bought the name. Maybe. Walter says, check your DMs for a silly potato meme. Ermaderd. Okay, let me go look. Looking for the DMs. Let's see. There's the chat. Oh. Hey, I got a message from Eric K. I have to go check that out too. Oh my god! Mersh potatoes. I love that. That's pretty cool. Oh man, I wish I could show that to everybody. Let's see if I can. Let's see. It's gonna look weird, but let's see what we can do. I get knocked down, and I get up again, and then I figure out how to use share. I get knocked down. I have to talk to Pro about the conclusions he drew. I don't know what he drew. I didn't draw anything this weekend. That's not true. I actually did an outline for a property I was looking at. All right, let's take a look at this. Here's the memery. Get thee to a memery. Okay? Okay. There we go. There my god. Mersh potatoes. There you go. Anyway, a little bit of fun. I like that. That was fun. We like fun around here. Blackberries galore in my North Carolina mountain neighborhood. Come help yourselves, and we can watch Casablanca together after you pick your fill. I got to tell you something about blackberries and blackberry jam. That's one of the things we're gonna make in the cottage industry building. I'm going to make that and goat cheese and several other things. So the farm stand will be stocked all the time. You guys are just on fire. I love it. The tomatoes you planted, are one of them going to be purplish? Yeah. Well, the Cherokees are interesting. The interesting thing about heirlooms, usually they're more dense and pulpy than they are. You get better sauce out of them. It's like the Amish paste potatoes. They're called paste for a reason. They give you better sauce. And while there is a water structure inside, it's less so. Most heirlooms are like that. Now, I've been a big advocate for indeterminate tomatoes for a long time. I like the vines. The vining tomatoes mean I can control the single source of all the fruiting and everything else, and I can increase fruiting by doing a few tweaks to the fertilization and stuff like that. But I can also I can encourage them to bloom faster, more frequently for more locations. But even if you have optimum conditions, usually you get 4, maybe 5 years out of a tomato. You can't plan for more. That's an indeterminate. Determinants will grow to a specific height and then kick out fruit, and then they're done. one go with them. So if you plant them together, pair them together, and you use the the angular planting method to stack more tomatoes in the same bed, um, the determinants will give you better, faster tomatoes. The vining tomatoes will give them to you later, and they'll give them to you as often as they're fed. So it's just it's what you're exchanging. Like if you want tomatoes fast in a big bunch, determinate tomatoes. If you want seasonal, continual growth for a long periods, long stretches, then vining tomatoes or indeterminate tomatoes are what you need. It's just good to have a good balance of them, especially if you plan to make sauces or you like sandwiches that have tomatoes on them. And then you succession plant, which is a fancy way of saying you just plant one after another. So with indeterminates, if I want to make more tomatoes, I just pinch off the little the stems that come out of the armpits and plant those. And that propagation's simple because the entirety of a tomato plant stalk, central stalk, is covered in little fine hairs. I'm sure you've seen them. Well, those hairs are actually roots. And so if you take a clipping from a tomato, you can plant it in the ground, and if you take good care of it, treat it like another tomato plant, poof, all of a sudden you got another tomato plant. So anyway, more than you want to know about tomatoes on a pop culture show, but that's true. Do. Ah, jam made from an old smartphone. No, no, not that kind of blackberry. John Monkey says, "Hey man, I have a blueberry bush right outside my front door. I use them for celery. Did I say celery? Cereal every day. Yeah, I have tons of frozen blueberries right now, and you know what? Freeze them yourself. Harvest, clean, and freeze them yourself. We use a cleaning solution that includes a little bit of white vinegar, distilled white vinegar, and in fact, we clean all of our fruits and vegetables that way. That way, we don't have anything on the outside of them, bugs, dirt, whatever. The only thing that we don't clean right away for storage purposes, believe it or not, are potatoes. Potatoes can be stored in a nice, cool part of your house, room. Maybe you have a cool garage or a cellar, root cellar, or whatever. You pack the potatoes in sand, keep them cool. No moisture means no growth, and you store the potatoes for a long time. That's a weird trick, I know. I'm weird. Blackberries are great just to throw over ice cream, Siege Perilous says. I agree. Oh, okay. So KB says he concluded that the Acolyte was canceled because LH wanted to make Anakin a force. Oh, thus changing his nature. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, I'm going to have to ask because that doesn't seem like that works. I mean, maybe. But there's no maybe about the generosity of the very lovely and incredible Ruby Hoof gifting a Culture Casino membership. Thank you for that. Here we go. Culture's going all fruity. Well, yeah. I'm going to try to bring as many fruit trees with me that are already started in big pots. That's the other thing too. I'm going to try citrus trees at the peak of Hugel Kultur Mounds. Again, those will be more towards the outside of the property. So the orchard elements are going to be closer to the outside. The lake element will be in the center, or the pond, I should say. And everything else is radiated from there. The front of the property will be dedicated primarily to the house structure. Obviously, the animal facilities will be just beyond that. Off on the as you look at the property from the front, the studios and the soundstage will be off to the right with a separate driveway, and then there'll be a farm stand at the road for the cottage industries products. So there's that. San Marzano all the way, very disease resistant. So good call there. Turn it up. There you go. I saw a cat over the chat. Amazing. Speaking of which, we got some good cats out there. Look at this. It was Lance Malaw that received that membership. Welcome. Welcome. You guys are the best around. The Bat Cap. Late but here. Good morning, all. I'm just grateful you're here, the Bat Cap. And your family filled my prayers this weekend. So I spent a bit of time yesterday thinking about you and your family. In the 1880s, they had citrus growing in Georgia, almost as far north as Atlanta. But then nature turned on the cooling. Yep. Yeah, look, you can actually have citrus survive snowfall. So don't let people fool you. It's not necessarily the surrounding temperatures that slay citrus. It's the ground temperatures. So if you live in what's normally traditionally a warmer climate and you have a relatively stable temperature, base, you can use hugelkultur to actually bring or to elevate the temperature of the soil upwards. You can also have permanent roots from the citrus will wrap around the wood that's in the hugel mound and tap that for moisture. At the same time, the activity of all the little microbes, guys, that are digesting the brown and green material, that generates heat. That's why you see in compost piles, you see steam rising. If you can get steam to rise out of your hugel mounds in the winter, you're doing something right. So you're also trying to prevent fungi. Bad fungi. Good fungi are fine. Mycorrhizal networks for fungi actually help for plant communication, believe it or not. Plants can send signs of distress to other plants in their area because of these mycorrhizal relationships. And other plants can activate whatever defense systems they have. So it's very cool. I'm weird like that, though. Yeah, I remember orange groves when driving to Orlando. All houses now. Yeah. You have to remember my lifetime was the great houseification of citrus groves everywhere I was, whether it be Florida, California, Arizona, other parts of the desert Southwest that had massive amounts of citrus groves, all became houses. Good land, well aerated land, but nuts. In fact, the high school I attended was surrounded by orange groves. Now all houses. I read a book about plant comms, says DJ Ronnie G, thankfully before STD. No, it's true. Yeah, The Secret Lives of Trees, I think was the name. Yeah. I remember the orange groves when driving to Orlando. Yep. I've seen citrus do really well in Colorado, so it is what it is. Well aerated land. Well, that's happening in Iran. Speaking of which, the peace deal is a good thing. True story. All right, friends, I have had an extraordinary day. I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you, especially people I don't see often enough, like Pam Empson in the chat. Hope you are all good. I am wonderful, and thank you for being here, Pam. And I'm just going to say it again. I don't get to see you often enough. Thank you for joining the chat today, being part of the show. By the way, Midnight Tinge in the morning, I will be appearing there in about a half an hour, I hope. And hopefully some of you are. Then I will be. Hopefully some of you will visit over there. And then about an hour after that, I will be headed over to hang out with Pro and the folks on That Park Place Live, talking about the events of the weekend. Maybe we can figure out what Pro was trying to say with his video about the Acolyte. Leslie Headland is a clueless human, so I don't know. Yeah. I still have too much hair? Oh, so when I took a shower this morning, I was like trying to get my best John Wick look. Didn't quite get there, so that's why the hat. But um, I think I'll look good as John Wick, right? I think so. I just hope everybody has an amazing rest of your Monday and an incredible week. Thank you for starting it here with me today. And for those of you in the UK, do what you can to change your culture, please. You don't want to become the rest of Europe. And right now, Germany is trying to turn that ship. We'll see. Anyway, you're posing as John Wick in the shower. Well, yeah. All right, guys. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya. For real. And thanks for the cheddar.
Oh, man, that's some sweet cheddar. Guys. Yeah.
And because she's here today, let's end.
Are you tired of the same old buffet food at Wang's? Have you had enough dong to last you a lifetime? Well, take just a few more steps past those single-minded restaurants and dive into Sherry's Slam and Clam. Sherry's Slam and Clam Shellfish Bar is truly all you can eat, unlike the 2-shrimp limit that stingy bastard Wang has. In a hurry, let Sherry stuff your box. To go! Be shellfish and take all you want from Sherry's Slam and Clam. Located next to the 3rd Street Bolorama, Sherry's is open 6 days a week. If you are looking to slam clam, get to Sherry's today.